Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show today with your host Ram. And it gives me great pleasure to know that more and more people are hooking on to this daily cricket show of mine, which is the Cricket Happening show. It only makes me more motivated and more energetic and with more enthusiasm. I would like to do this Cricket Happening show. So a big thank you to all those subscribers who have been subscribing to my cricket show in a very quick way. Thank you very much. In fact, today as far as this cricket show is concerned, what we are going to do is we know that yesterday we had I was talking to you about the Zimbabwe South Africa match, and finally, as you know, the writing was absolutely on the wall that South Africa were going to win that. So South Africa won that match pretty comfortably. And today, what we are going to do is definitely there is one match which is going on. In fact, I wouldn't be able to give a full report because by the time I would be leaving for my office duty. Well, this is as you know, Bangladesh are taking on West Indies in West Indies, and today the first one-day international match of the series is underway here at St. George in Grenada, the National Cricket Stadium. And Bangladesh are the ones who have been really under the pump here, in the sense they have not been doing well. In fact, three wickets have already gone down, and West Indies are really doing very well here. In fact, West Indies were the ones who actually won the toss, and they decided to actually field first. So Bangladesh were put in, and whatever they did, in the sense after winning the toss, they elected to field, and they pretty much justified that, which was taken by the West Indian captain. I think the captain is Dwayne Bravo. So Dwayne Bravo decided to bat first insert Bangladesh in, and this is the first match of the one-day international series. And well, I thought Bangladesh are really struggling. In fact, they got to a good start. In fact, Tamim Iqbal and Anamul Haq got them on to a very good start by putting on 41 runs for the first wicket. And the first wicket to go was Tamim Iqbal. Now Tamim Iqbal was trying to force the pace at that particular juncture. It was the 13th over and 41 on the board, so they wanted to just push the score along, and that was the time Tamim Iqbal's wicket was taken, as it was Jason Holder who got the wicket of Tamim Iqbal and provided them the early breakthrough when Tamim Iqbal was caught by Pollard playing a forceful stroke bowled by Holder for 26 with 3 boundaries. Anamul Haq is still there, and he's playing in a very restrained manner. Normally Anamul Haq really likes to go for the strokes, and of late we have seen that Anamul Haq has definitely flowered as a very good one-day player, and currently he's in charge of proceedings. He's the one who's holding the fort for Bangladesh currently. He's not out on 30 or 49 balls with 2 fours. They have also lost Imrul Kayes, who made a comeback into the Bangladesh team pretty quickly, and unfortunately he was run out by a Simmons-Ramadan combination for 9 of 12 balls with 1 4, and then Shamsur Rahman was sent packing to the pavilion by Dwayne Bravo, as he was caught behind for 8 or 14 balls with 1 4, which made the score 80 for 3, and in walked in the Bangladeshi captain, who has come in to join Anamul Haq, and this is a very crucial pair according to me, if at all Bangladesh need to resurrect the situation that they are currently in. And while I am talking, one beautiful shot from Anamul Haq has gone to the bound. Beautiful shot from Anamul Haq's bat has gone on to the boundary. Anamul Haq has moved on to 35 now. He's not out on 35 or 52 balls to 3 4. Mushfiqur Rahim is just off the mark. He's not out on 1. And Bangladesh, as I said, both these batsmen have a big task on hand right now, because they have to resurrect the situation for Bangladesh. And currently I see the score had moved on to 88 for 3. We are in the 21st over. Case is now out 35. It is Anamul Haq, the opener, not out on 35. Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain of the Bangladeshi team, not out on 1. As I said, This is a very, very crucial pair for Bangladesh, and the reason that I say that is that Bangladesh are without their very, very wonderful batsman Shakib Al Hasan, who has been banned by the Bangladeshi Cricket Board. So that is something which is going to be really, really felt by Bangladesh, no doubt about it, because Shakib Al Hasan is one who brings in a lot of experience into the mix, and unfortunately he's not there today. So Anamul Haq and Mushfiqur Rahim are there, and as I said, they are the ones who have to really, really push the score along and also try to see that Bangladesh reach a respectable score against the West Indies. The bowling, Kemar Roach, 6 overs for 26 runs, has been costly. Ron Paul has been absolutely on the money, 5 overs run for 15. Jason Alders, 5 overs for 22 runs and a wicket to his name. Dwayne Bravo has been costly, but he has taken 1 wicket of the Shamsur Rahman. Sunil Narine has bowled 2 overs, but he has given away 6 runs. So that's the match situation. So dear fans and subscribers, don't worry. This is just a sort of a brief summary I'm giving. But as long as this YouTube broadcast is there, I would like to give you some cricket commentary. But I'll keep you abreast of what's happening. So currently, I'm going to leave this conversation right now, unless and until if there is any wicket which is falling, then I would be definitely coming back to you, dear fans and subscribers. But as I said, as long as this YouTube broadcast is there, towards the end of the YouTube broadcast, I will give you some running commentary on this match between Bangladesh. While I'm talking to you, Bangladesh score has moved on to 93. Anamul Haq has hit his 4th 4. In fact, this was Sunil Narine. In fact, it's very good to see that Sunil Narine is getting some tap here, because Sunil Narine unusually doesn't really give away runs. But Anamul Haq has got this ball, the ball which was spinning away from him, and he actually glided it past, but it was not a good shot upish, but nevertheless it has fetched runs for Anamul Haq. Anamul Haq has gone on to 40 in a Bangladesh score of 93 for 3 in the 22nd over. I'll come back to that later. As I said, if at all there is any happenings going on, if any wicket falls, I'll definitely rush on to the Grenada National ground here in Grenada. As I said, Spain is the St. George's ground in Grenada. So now the next thing that we are looking at is going to be a short preview, but anyway, it's not a big preview, it's going to be a very brief preview. As you know, South Africa have already wrapped up the series 2-0. It's only a matter for Zimbabwe to actually save some face in their home country, that not to lose 3-0. Because normally South Africa have always clean swept Zimbabwe whenever they are played against Zimbabwe. So Zimbabwe would be hoping that they could get 1 win. Now, looking at the Zimbabwe team, one does not know what really has to be done, because as I said, the bowling has been good. Yesterday also we saw that they restricted South Africa to 257, but again the batsmen are the ones who are to actually deliver the goods, and they failed to deliver the goods. Now Zimbabwe, as I said, today it seems Sikandar Raza, who was amongst the runs in fact previously, but of late one has been surprised to see that Sikandar Raza has not been able to get amongst the runs here, which is very important. And again, it's a formality tomorrow, and every match is important, as you know. Now we are coming to now we are actually, sorry, there's an advertisement coming in, I'm sorry about it. Probably YouTube is the one who is actually putting in the ad, so I'm just trying to see where from this ad has popped up. Please give me a moment here. Let me see where it is. Okay, there's an advertisement that just come in, so I don't know from where it has popped up. Sorry about it, but probably YouTube is the one who has actually put that advertisement probably in the middle. I have a feeling it is YouTube which has actually got onto that advertisement. So sorry, dear fans, that there was a slight interruption here, but as I said, that is not something which is with me. I think I have a feeling probably an advertisement has just popped up. So sorry about that. But keeping the conversation back on this South Africa-Zimbabwe match, as you know, tomorrow South Africa take on the final one-day international against South Africa and Zimbabwe. It's going to be played at Bulawayo Cricket Ground, the third one-day international. And for South Africa, well, they would be hoping for a clean sweep. For Zimbabwe, it is a matter of saving face by getting a wicket. Now, Zimbabwe have been experimenting by promoting Richmond Mutumbami, wicketkeeper batsman, as the opener, because he definitely looks good, no doubt about it. But unfortunately for Zimbabwe, I think it's not been really coming together. He has been failing, so one only hopes that Richmond Mutumbami justifies his inclusion as an opener, because he has been promoted in the batting order, just to see what Zimbabwe probably are planning for the World Cup. So Sikandar Raza, one has to hit form. Richmond Mutumbami has to get his bearings right tomorrow, probably show the aggression that he is capable of. And as you know, Zimbabwe definitely have some very good batting lineup. Hamilton Masakaja is an experienced person now. Brendan Taylor is an experienced campaigner. Sean Williams always getting runs. You know, the English county experience has really stood him. Really had him in good stead. Elton Chugumbra, the captain, who is also a very good hitter of the ball, and he's also pretty experienced. So that is where Zimbabwe would rely on. So tomorrow it would be the turn for Hamilton Masakaja, Brendan Taylor, Sean Williams, who has been doing his bit, and also Elton Chugumbra to come to the party for Zimbabwe. The bowling, the pace bowlers Tinyasha Panyangra, Tende Chatara have been bowling well, but they've been experimenting with Luke Jongwe and Neville Madziva, but not really impressive, I would say. Luke Jongwe and Neville Madziva, who have been included. John Nyumbu did a good job yesterday of giving away just 44 runs and taking 1 wicket. Prosper Utsaya is another experienced off-spinner, very wily off-spinner at that, and he can really keep the runs to a minimum. And Brian Vettori he was a bit costly, but Brian Vettori is still a good bowler, I thought. So that is as far as Zimbabwe is concerned. For South Africa, tomorrow they would be aiming at 3-0 clean sweep, but this also gives South Africa a sort of an experimentation. Since they have won the series, it's quite possible that tomorrow we would be seeing Riley Roseau get in to open the innings. As you know, Riley Roseau has been drafted into the team on the basis of some very good performances in the South African domestic scene, and he's a very exciting player like Quinton de Kock. So Quinton de Kock, so it will be good to see 2 youngsters, and probably in the future Hashim Amla is going to sit out, and it will be good to see that Riley Roseau, who has been included, will be partnering Quinton de Kock at the top of the order. So both will be opening, so it will be good to see 2 youngsters actually opening the innings for South Africa, and then the experienced hands of Du Plessis, Dumini, A.B. de Villiers, David Miller, and then the all-rounder Ryan McLaren, Wayne Parnell. As far as the pace bowling department is concerned, whether tomorrow we will see a debut for a little-known bowler who has been included. I would really love to see. He really created a sort of a real sort of a furore, I would say, a real stir when I thought he was playing for South Africa A, if I'm not wrong, against or the under-19. I don't really remember, but he really caused quite a furore by picking up 6 wickets in Australia. So its name is Thokoza Shezi. I believe he's a left-arm pace bowler. I'm not really sure about it. But yes, he was a pace bowler. He's a pace bowler. I think he's a left-arm pace bowler. He created quite a stir in Australia. And one only hopes that, you know, South Africa, as I said, they can do some experimentation here, since they already won the series, and it would be very interesting to see how they really go. So that is as far as that particular match is concerned. So that is coming up tomorrow. So, and I'll be there to talk about that match tomorrow. And then let's have some look at the cricket news now. In the meanwhile, I'm taking you down to the Grenada ground here, and the reason being that Bangladeshi score has moved on to 100. They got onto the magical mark now. They are 100 for 3 exactly right now. We are in the 24th over, and Mushfiqur Rahim is not out on 4. Anamul Haq is looking confident on 44 of 62 deliveries with 4 fours to his credit. I'll come back to that. So we are on the 24th overs. The run rate that Bangladesh have currently is 4.29. For the time being, I think Bangladesh can only think of actually doing the resurrection here instead of attempting any strokes. It would be more a matter of resurrection for Bangladesh. So they definitely need to get that together first before attempting any big strokes here. Well, we'll come back to that later. Now, the other thing that the cricket news, yesterday I couldn't really talk about it. As you know, after India suffered the reverses in England, and now the focus shifts on to the one-day internationals, the former player and now cricket commentator Ravi Shastri has been made the director for the one-day internationals, and he's the one who is in charge. So I mean, and also the Board of Control for Cricket in India has actually ramped up the pressure on Duncan Fletcher, who has been the coach. And the other news, which probably I would have felt that that Otis Gibson was a very good coach for the West Indies, and the reason I'm talking about him is that absolutely on the eve of the Bangladesh West Indies series, in fact, Coach Gibson has departed. In fact, he's resigned, and Stuart Williams, the former West Indian player, has taken his place. But for me, I would have definitely felt that Otis Gibson should have been a permanent played a permanent role, because he's such a wonderful coach, and I have a feeling that that is not something that one would have expected, but that happened. There is no Otis Gibson. Otis Gibson is no longer the coach of the West Indies team, and especially considering that the one-day international, the World Cup is coming up. I think I don't see that as a very, very good move by the West Indies. Well, so let's get on from here and see what other news that we have to cover. Now, as you know, that Glenn McGrath, the former great Australian fast bowler, was on a tour here to India, and he has said that that India needs to really pick up things, and if at all they don't do it, then they could be in some serious trouble in Australia. As you know, India would be touring Australia, and India could probably be dropped 4-0. So that's the words of McGrath. He says India needs to really pick it up. But he has, he himself being a pace bowler, he has come up with some very heavy praise for the right arm quickie from India, Varun Arun, because he says that he possesses something very special and is quite pacey, and that is something which is needed for India. And he says that Varun Arun is someone who could be nurtured by India, and why not? He is the quickest on the Indian land now, and he has also had a few good words for the luckless Pankaj Singh, who made his debut and returned wicketless. In fact, got a single wicket, and he played 2 test matches for India in the absence of Ishan Sharma. And I always feel that Pankaj Singh has a very good build, of a very good physique of a fast bowler, and well, I really echo the words that Glenn McGrath, the former Australian fast bowler, has spoken about Pankaj Singh. I think Pankaj Singh is someone also that India could really nurture him too, because I have a feeling that Pankaj Singh has definitely the best build for a fast bowler. He's tall, his arms he has broad arms. Shoulders are pretty good, and he also has some pace. He can surprise the batsman with some very good short ones, and also he moves the ball pretty well, especially his outswinger, which really moves about. It's not an easy ball to bowl, but he's pretty good at that. And I think Glenn McGrath has some very good words to say about Varun Arun in particular, and I think Varun Arun should always be a sort of a permanent member of the Indian team, because he's quick, and pace is something which is required, and he has been taking the wickets too. So we require a quickie in the mold of Varun Arun to really stir up things when they play against some top teams. Well, dear fans and subscribers, just before this YouTube broadcast ends, I'll keep some cricket commentary going. Well, we are catching up play here at St. George in Grenada, where Bangladesh are playing their first one-day international of the series against West Indies in West Indies, and Bangladesh currently, we are coming to the halfway stage in this first one-day international between Bangladesh and West Indies. Bangladesh are 105 for 3. We are in the 25th over. As I'm talking to you, Jason Holder is the bowler, coming in, bowls to the right-hander and the captain of the Bangladeshi cricket team, Mushfiqur Rahim, who neatly opens the face of the bat, steers the ball down to the third man, and trots across for a single. So that brings in Anamul Haq into strike, who has been looking pretty good here at the score of 46. So Jason Holder now is going to be bowling to Anamul Haq. Jason Holder comes in and bowls to Anamul Haq. It's a fuller length delivery and also a slower delivery. A good change of pace there by Jason Holder, and Anamul Haq actually plays it down to the mid-wicket area, and there is no run. So, well, dear fans and subscribers, unfortunately I'm going to leave you from here on this particular cricket show today with this score that West Indies winning the toss and electing to bat in the first one-day international series against Bangladesh. Bangladesh put in, been struggling 105 for 3 in the halfway mark. Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, not out on 5. Anamul Haq is looking good on 46 of 65 balls with 4 fours. And both the batsmen have a real task on hand, right? As Shakib Al Hasan is missing from Bangladesh, and so they are the one who have to do the bulwark here of batting here. And the resurrection is definitely on here, because these two have to resurrect the innings for Bangladesh. Well, dear fans and subscribers, right now I'm going to leave you from this cricket gambling show. But as and when any wicket falls, anything happens, on this YouTube show itself, I'll be actually sending you some messages so that you know what exactly is happening. This is all to my dear fans and subscribers who have been pretty dear to this cricket show of mine, and as I said, it only makes me more motivated, and also it gives me more enthusiasm to do this cricket show. Thank you very much, dear subscribers. This is your host Ram, actually winding up the cricket show for today. Thank you.